Welcome to the Siegel Campaign, Session 31, Burning Bridge. Players, we rejoin you
Oh!
Hello.
once again immediately after last session, or rather, in the same place as last session. Once again without Doe or Wake. In the island of Azusia, after meeting with the Resistance in a ruins protected with illusion magic bearing graffiti of a burning bridge. One of the members is a fan of Evie, or rather, a fan of Jenny, a previous alias of Evie from the Hollowed Wind.
Literally iconic. I love her so much.
Right. Okie dokie. Let us begin.
I think at this point where Dahlia got so lost in the last session, she's like, Sully, where are we and
Eliza,
who are these
you mean?
people?
Who is this Sully character?
My bad. Eliza,
Yeah.
where
That's
are
how
we
D&D
and
call
do
your
you know
character.
these people?
These... Some faces I'm not very familiar with, except for one. From my best guess, this is out of character. This is like an abandoned place,
Yes.
or
This
okay,
is
so like an abandoned building.
effectively an abandoned building on the outskirts of town.
Okay.
Typically a
Back
place
to
you'd
Dolly.
imagine youths just goofing around in.
Not the party house.
I tell Dahlia, we seem to be in an abandoned building with a bunch of people who are on our side when it comes to my home, this place. Resistance.
Well, I suppose it is good to see a friendly face, is it not?
Yeah. She just looks over at Steve. Just like, yeah.
Oh, I forgot what voice I did for him. Shit.
Generic.
No, piss.
Generic male voice.
No.
Oh!
Are you okay?
What?
I just heard the
What
voice
happened?
microphone crack. I think
My
she just
cat
hit her
got
mouth with
spooked.
her microphone.
No.
No, Snowball got spooked by something. I don't know what.
Oh!
Okay.
Poor thing.
No foo-foo
Little
tail, so that's good.
kitty.
No foo-foo tail, so you're okay. Okay, we're good.
Delivering 500 cc's of kisses right now to your cat. I'm traveling at Mach speed to your place. You're gonna have to open the garage door. I'm gonna be coming in burning rubber.
Yeah, you'll have to wait a couple of days until allergy meds kick in, but snuggling the crap out of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, sorry, D&D. Gotta focus.
Yeah.
Jingle, jingle.
So, your friends, says Anissa.
Oh, yes. This is my crew.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hello. Dahlia. Dahlia Lahala.
Nice to meet you. But oh goodness, I don't need any introduction to you. You're. Oh, there's been murmurs around here that you might come.
You see
looking
her
at,
face drop.
Looking at Eliza.
Okay. Yeah, Dahlia thought that Alyssa was talking to her, so you see her face just drop for a moment, and is like,
Ooh.
oh no, she's
She's
talking
like,
to
what do
Eliza.
they know? It's like, hey, wait a minute. Then it's like, oh yeah, this is like Liza's home. So in
At
character
home.
for Dahlia though. That rocks.
At home.
And you with the bird.
Hello. I am Still. I've been recently brought on board as the ship's alchemist. Pleasure to meet you.
Alchemist. That could be very helpful.
Yes, indeed. Good quality medicine and potions are a tough thing to come by, rarely cheap.
This is exactly what we've been looking for. And you, others. Firebrand. This is Pretty Boy, Warlock, Tide, Repairman, and Rogue, Assassin. And the Zephyr.
I love Fireburst. I love that they're just here.
Wait, Firebrand, have you met them before?
No, that's why I introduced myself.
Oh, I see.
Tide steps forward. So, helping these lot then. Boss? Boss? Leon.
Oh! Sorry! Yeah! Yes.
I could certainly chip in.
She smiles. Anyone committed to a cause soul? Fuck, now I'm calling Eliza Sullivan.
Wouldn't be my first.
Anyone committed to a cause that Eliza
Wouldn't be my first. He says, like, his dagger out, just using it as a straight razor, shaving
I
down
love
some of
Tide.
his stubble. Wouldn't be my first.
Dahlia looks at him in disgust.
What you looking at? Look, it's
Is
resourceful.
that not an activity to be done in private?
What, shaving?
Yes.
Not disturbing anyone, am I?
She kind of looks around, sighs, and like starts hovering in the air. Like, suppose not. And starts like kind of just flying in circles, trying not to look at it.
Evie looks so confused.
Simple
Mind you,
and-
Evie eats with a fucking knife as a fork. So she's like, manners?
Wouldn't be my first revolution.
No,
Brilliant.
temple etiquette would be like if you're taking care of yourself like that, you do that in the privacy of your quarters.
Wouldn't be the first revolution I've been in.
Hell yeah. Also,
But
Dahlia, man, living with Evie.
if we can pull this off, it'll be the first successful one.
That does not give me any vote of confidence. That you.
This place
How
doesn't
many
look
failed
quite
revolutions have
as
you had?
stable as the last one. My hometown. Deep on the seafloor, in one of the chasms. I was 24.
Actually, Evelyn, you said that this place was a ruin, right?
The building. Like, it was a collapsed building.
Okay. Oh, I
Like,
thought there
it
might
is
have been
in
some
a
sort
state
of like.
of much more repair than it seems from the outside. There is an illusion cast on it, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought you meant like ruins as in like something, like there might be something magical to it,
Oh,
but
like
no.
ruin,
Okay.
I
not
was
ruin.
24.
Yeah.
Huh. Actually, I don't know if Evie would know everyone in the party's age. How old is Bill? How old? Dahlia's like in her 20s, right? And Eliza's
Yeah.
Eliza's old, but like because she's an elf.
Yeah.
Still is 28.
Oh, wow.
Just
You're
a
an
baby.
elf, though.
He's
Half
just
elf.
a baby.
Half
He's a
elf.
baby.
Okay, so still pretty damn young.
Still pretty damn young, yes.
A baby.
I'm just a baby.
Might not sound like that old to you, especially as someone of your predisposition. But we live to 200-ish of your years.
You know,
It's equivalent of, what, 10, 12? It's still growing.
he really is.
But I was a runner for him. But I did a runner when things got rough. I mean, I was only a kid.
There.
Oh well. At your service.
Smile.
Dahlia lands again.
I was 80 years back. Yeah, I know, I'm older than I look.
8 years.
80.
Yeah, no, that's what she said.
I know, I look
80 years.
shockingly young.
Evie's 25, which like for a half orc means she's pretty fucking old.
Like, early middle age?
Yeah, like physically, not mentally, but definitely physically.
Right. Anyway, that's enough from me. Just point me to someone who needs help and I'll do what I can do.
He smiles.
If you need a hole fixing or a hole put in someone.
Fucking iconic. Yeah.
Okay.
So why this place in particular as a base?
Pardon?
Doesn't seem very.
Better than doing it in a fucking building that people actually use. Anyway, this is only one of them. There's others.
Multiple bases? Wait, you guys have enough people to have multiple bases?
We have lookouts. there's not many of us, but we mostly just cycle through them. There's enough of us. Well, no, there's not. We need more, but can't really help that.
So, you guys have talked before? She asked kind of hesitantly.
She looks down. A couple of us. I have one of the best actually here. There's obviously our leader, and a couple of us are old soldiers and defectors. There's Steve over there. He's capable enough. Of his own. He's had a couple of wins in sparring matches with me. And does a sword well. Too bad we don't fucking have any. Well, we have one. You said you found some weapons on the ship the ship you overthrew.
Oh, we did.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, we did.
Oh, thank God. That's
Dahlia
at least...
actually Dahlia reaches into the bag where all the contraband was hidden and pulls out the trident.
Keep in mind,
Fuck yeah, Dahlia.
You did bring other weapons from it. You established that.
Oh yeah, of course.
I believe previously.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm nothing if not like I will. When we have a treasure pile, I will just yank stuff and run.
God, at least some of us. At least some of us will have weapons now. Ay.
Well, are none of you magic users?
Got a couple. One's a novice, one's decent. None of us are particularly strong. Magic users that aren't faithful to the crown and the Zeusha.
Maybe nods understanding.
Well, obviously
like,
we have
oh,
a magic
so
user. He came through the illusion after all.
Basic, like, so from what I'm understanding, basically magic users are like highly, like, it's pretty telling, I guess, if someone's a magic user that they're like a rebel.
More so just kind of A, there wouldn't be many anyway, and B, most people not faithful to the crown are either killed or excised. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously there's Hellas. He's pretty much the best we got. Best fighter as well. Laugh. Great fucking guy.
I wonder.
Might not like him, but
I wonder if there
Great
might be
with
a way that some of you could develop elemental magic. You might be able to produce your own weapons from the environment.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I am sorry. I don't know why, but when you mentioned elemental magic, it brought my brain back to thunder damage.
Thunder damage is one of the best inside jokes of this campaign, and I will die on that hill.
It's way too funny.
Also,
He
I
does
thought
way
of it
too
too. I
much.
was just trying to be quiet. I was like, I don't wanna derail the moment.
Oh, the stream's
Like-
quiet?
Oh no! I said I was trying to be quiet.
No, Martin.
Oh yeah, someone else said.
Martin mentioned.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't.
Martin mentioned. The
It's
stream's
a bit quiet, but I.
Oh well.
It's a bit quiet, but I keep the volume quiet.
Yeah, I've put up the volume on both the input and the desktop.
Sometimes we get real quiet VODs, and I have to crank my headset.
Yeah.
I just am quiet.
And then
Hey,
autoplay
well,
hits.
no. Same, she said, shouting.
What's it called?
Well-
Yeah, it should be back at some point soon. Blade Singer.
Yes.
He's great.
There's a 5-foot radius around where Dolly is standing, where no one's standing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe she's like right on top of you.
Okay, so Dahlia is actually going to take off into the air, and where she was standing, she's going to cast Ice Knife.
Ooh.
Like she's going to fling a shard of ice at the ground. That's why I wanted to be sure that there was no one standing within 5 feet of where she was.
Nice.
Love that Dahlia's
Whoa.
like doing the like fireball check of like range weapon, where it's like,
Shit.
is anyone here?
She
Well-
then flies back down to the. See that even that is a basic spell. That is simple, relatively simple to learn. That was one of the first that I learned that were more advanced. If some of you had more attunement for magic, you could become quite a
us-
dominating force on the battlefield.
Well, one of us is a sorcerer. That's the other magic user we said about. But none of the others of us are naturally gifted with that.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, always one way. The thing with enemies,
Gotta
right?
get my fucking
Evie
left
gets
arm for
this
some
look
magic.
in her eye. Evie gets a look in her eyes, and she goes, "The things with enemies, right, is you don't need to outstrength them. You just need to outwit them. Why? I use a gun, and not my fists.
So do I.
Really?
I'm a crack shot. Remember, literally the first thing she did was aim the makeshift gun at
Oh
you.
yeah. No, I know. She goes, that's what you're using to fight?
Yeah. Don't have many bullets, but hey, if everyone takes out a guard, I can make some progress.
He nods.
Worst case, I can get out a shank.
Hell yeah.
Stiff.
Dahlia looks a little bit glum as she casts message to the party and to no one else. These
Oh?
people are far, far under equipped to put up any real fight. I don't know about this. I'd like to help in any way that I can, but if they can't even keep a gun fully loaded as you can, Captain, or Edie.
No, the gun's fully loaded. There's just a limit to the ammunition. Like,
She
you can
has
only
a
get so
normal
much
gun, not
ammunition.
a, like, crack gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she holds up
If
a
every
pouch.
bullet-
She held up a pouch when she said that.
Yeah. But
Wait, it's what,
if every
a
bullet
dozen or
must
two?
make its mark in order to be worthwhile, because there's so few that you can't waste any. I don't know how much they can do without help.
Evie's going
Without
to message
more
back
help.
to the party, and she's going to say, I see your point, but I think that they've been... Okay, actually, maybe I can do, like, a history check or something. The revolution for Azushia, it's been going on for a hot minute, right? Like, it's been a long time that they've been fighting.
not that long. Like, a while.
They've been, like, surviving.
They've been surviving, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Evie will reiterate that, where she's just like, I understand the hesitancy, but if they've lasted this long under this intense of a regime, they must be pretty competent.
But surely is there a way that we can get them more than just what we have now? That's the only
Oh.
way I think they have a chance to win.
Evie sends back,
If that is what
I'm
you would want.
happy. Oh, Evie sends back like,
If that is
I
what you would want, Eliza. Surely there must be a way that we can get additional supplies to them, more than what we currently have, so that they have a chance to win, if that is what you wish, Eliza.
I send back to Dahlia. I don't know if there's new places like armory or whatnot that they would have put up.
Well, they have an armory. Oh wait, is this in message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is so funny because we're just standing there looking at each
You-
other.
You good?
Evie looks
You're
at her,
looking at
nods.
each other.
do you guys?
Because yes, I am going to be completely honest. Using message constantly is a dead giveaway because you are staring at each other. And one of you is clearly
Yeah.
casting
Dead.
spells.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
You good?
My chair is terrible.
Oh,
And has a big
no.
and has a big crack in it. That's what you get for landlord chairs. My desk is
Gotta pay a tax on that.
5 blocks of wood with literally nothing else. The drawers don't have any kind of wheel or anything. They are just blocks of wood that slide out.
Huh.
My room sucks. Right, anyway.
At still. And
Yep.
she's going to go. Is everything alright?
Oh, Starch is gonna have to bail apparently.
Yeah,
In a
because
sec.
no, that's what I'm trying to give them like an
So,
in story.
You're an alchemist.
I am, yes, and actually, I was going to say, on the ammunition front, I can't make you any promises, but depending on what kind of raw materials you have access to, I might be able to make some things for you in that way.
That would be much appreciated, thank you. If you give us some staying power
Certainly.
in the fight.
Gives me an excuse to practice.
Yeah.
Let me head back to my little workshop, actually. I'll see if I can figure anything out on a minor scale, and then
Anything can help.
just parallelize it a bit.
Literally anything can help.
Well, I've got my work cut out for me, man. Happy to help. And still heads back towards the ship.
They are the icon. They are the moment. Frankly, I love still. I wish you had more time on Wednesdays because they are such a good.
I
character.
wish so too.
Yeah.
Mid-June, it's looking like when my
Mid-June.
current class ends and I can be in these properly.
Okay.
Late night in the middle of June.
I'm
you say?
excited for that.
Yeah. It's also when my birthday is, funnily enough.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Woo!
Oh,
You're,
Like,
Happy
my last
birthday.
class is literally on my birthday.
Hell yeah!
Oh, rip.
Hey, but it's,
yeah,
it'll be fine.
it's a good birthday.
Still will be making potions and such for the revolution for most of this session, I guess.
Yeah, making potions and trying to figure out if they can make ammunition reasonably.
icon. King.
Probably not, but there are probably places that you can get it, and it's literally only one gun that needs it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go, so see ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Been fun.
Thanks, you too.
We love and appreciate you.
Right.
So canonically, they were like, "Yeah, I got this. Let me just head off."
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dahlia's probably already on the ground, but she's gonna give a hard look to shoot, I forget the name of who we were talking to. Was it
Anissa?
Tom or
Oh, it's
Anissa? Thank you.
Steve is the, like, person who was into Eliza.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's gonna look at Alyssa.
Who is
This
Anissa. Wait, hold on.
Anissa.
No, wait, no, that's not it. Is it? A
Anessa?
tinner.
No, you didn't say
Anissa.
Anessa.
A tinner.
Anna.
A tinner. Anissa is the Anissa's the fucking Viltrumite from Invincible that came down and
Girl has 5 names,
fucked Mark's
actually.
shit up. A tinner.
Okay, tinner.
I'm very good with names and memory.
You and me
Martin,
both,
you
girl.
don't have to start taking notes today. You're not in the session.
Take
Let them
notes.
do whatever they want
There's
forever.
gonna be a quiz.
You don't have to.
Take notes. There's gonna be a quiz at the end.
Martin gets a free pass to do whatever they want forever and ever, and I will personally
For the
fight you on it.
silly.
True.
Alright. Dahlia is gonna give a hard look to Atina, and she's gonna say, "Ma'am, with all due respect," she's gonna lower her voice as well and cast
Not the all due
message to
respect.
her and like the party so that they hear her, just so others don't hear that she's whispering under her breath. How long will your supplies last?
What do you mean?
If you are so low
Oh,
on
fuck off.
supplies that every
Hold on. Let me just ban
Bot?
this bot.
Ah.
Ain't no
Get out of here,
emoji
bot.
bots allowed
Bad
in
bot.
the D&D campaign.
Illegal.
Illegal. We don't want your scam website. Frankly, it's insulting you think you can run a scam
Yes,
without
Martin.
giving us advice.
Yes, you do have to pass this quiz to join the sessions.
hit.
You have to get 100%.
I mean, I've really helped them with the EV lore, at least. That they're gonna pass that section.
Yeah.
The girl cannot.
Question 1.
Like, I physically impossible of not talking.
Question 1. What were the colour of Vesper's eyes?
Even I don't know that.
Yeah, you weren't in the campaign with
I
Vesper.
think that's only.
Oh, that's
I think
fair.
that's only. Yeah, I think that's only
Yeah.
an EV
Okay.
question.
Right.
Anyways,
Well,
You
but-
guys
Dahlia-
say that as if I know what color Vesper's eyes were. I thought it was blue, but I could be fully wrong.
I
with
don't
that.
fucking know. Wait, no, oops. I accidentally pinned your message.
there,
How do I unpin a message?
Dahlia.
I have no clue. Keep it.
What the fuck? I pinned
me.
a message, yes. From... What the fuck?
That's just
These
funny.
really are the icon.
Unpin this message. I'm gonna die. Right,
Yes, you should. You can pay.
wait, I should die?
No.
Right.
Okay, Dahlia is gonna respond with message again. If every bullet is so precious that it cannot be wasted without hitting a single guard, how well supplied are you?
I can afford,
you merely
I can afford to
surviving?
miss. I can afford to miss, and most people here are living off their own livelihoods. Only some
But
of us.
how long can you afford to survive? And only survive.
We're not living off the resistance. We're not underground. Most of us have jobs.
They're leading. Yeah, they're leading normal lives. As a
Some
cover.
of us are living here full time,
But she-
like the fugitives. Like,
I'm referring to the resistance itself, not to yourselves.
Ah.
oh, the resistance itself.
How long can you last if you are only surviving?
As long as the people still have will and resolve. That's the only resource we need.
Be realistic.
We are running low on it,
How
though.
long do you?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Morale's
I mean,
been rough.
yeah, she returns to speaking normally instead of message. I mean not to demoralize you. I just
Since you got here, morale's been on the up and up. Well, as far as I can tell. murmuring has been less doom and gloom, we're all gonna die, and more, this might actually happen. You fucking turn this whole thing around just by being here. Never seen half of these guys smile before.
She perks up and looks
And
at
I've
Sully.
never seen that
and
fucking look on Steve's face.
She perks
Ah.
up slightly.
I don't think he was
She perks
expecting
up
to see me.
No, not
Yeah,
do
she perks
I.
up slightly, looks at Eliza and says, maybe there is still a chance. But what do you need us to provide?
I'm not the one to ask for that. I'm not the one to ask. I'm not the tactician here. You know
She
who
nods.
is? He should be coming soon. Oh. Shit, speak of the devil. You see one of the bricks on the floor, one of the flagstones, have this kind of faint glow around it, as if the mortar around it is fading, and it gets pushed up by this low elf who's in very worn leather armor with a long sword around his back and a face whose scars tell a tale.
Ooh.
So,
That is poetry there, girl.
who are these? New members?
I look over at the person.
They're here to help. You're positive.
Oh.
You're
Give me
absolutely
1 second.
positive that they're here to help us. Yes. Look who's with them. By the fucking Isles. It's... I'll be... You're still alive.
I am.
Huh. How about that? Well, that certainly put... well, not a smile. Well, it certainly put a smile on some of these guys' faces, I can tell that. For that I'm grateful. As he climbs his way fully out of the cubby hole and seals it back up. Pardon the smell. Sewers are a good transit system. So, can you fight? Rest of you. I know you can.
Evie is going to laugh and she's going to go, yeah, yes, I can.
Every single one of these people can fight like hell.
This one was a hollowed wind. She's Jenny. She's Jenny Wolverston. Oh, shh. God. You're never gonna shut up about this, are you?
Evie looks from her to him and she just goes like, and she's struggling to speak. She goes, my reputation precedes me, I suppose. But for one time, it's good.
Let's hope. And
Yeah, usually if I get recognized, it is not good.
this one, magic user,
Good friend,
cleric,
spectacular
some sort.
fighter.
Oh, you're talking about Dahlia?
Yes.
Yep.
No, Dahlia is not a cleric.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, yeah, she's a magic user.
Oh, you meant still. I'm a dumbass.
Cleric of some sort.
Not.
What?
Do you mean still or Dahlia? I'm.
Dahlia.
Oh, she goes. No, she's not a cleric.
Still isn't a cleric
Oh,
either.
No, I know. I just.
That's
got confused.
Ash. Oh, sorry,
We all got
spoilers.
confused. We all got
Well-
confused.
She's, Dahlia's saying. No, Mike.
Oh, no mic. Oh, sorry. Wait, you have access to the sewers? Do you have a map of them? Okay. Well, yeah, we do. That's not the only thing we have going for us. Don't have many weapons, but from the sounds of it, from the conversation you were just having, seems like you have brought some.
We will.
They got them straight from Sir Roger. Oh,
I beat his ass.
it's
Yeah, she pulls out the trident again.
fucking great.
Recognize it.
Yes, I do.
I
That
like to make an impression.
as
Because
this
places.
slightly broken grin comes on his face. That gives me some faith. Objective proof that you can hold your own against their finest.
She casts lightning shot onto the trident, but doesn't throw it.
Ooh, so it's just glowy.
So it just crackles.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. And he kind
I'm
of
supposed to wear.
draws the sword and takes a couple of swings using green flame blade
Ooh.
before
Ooh.
resheathing it.
Ooh.
I'm a crack shot myself.
Nice.
The harmony
see
between
that.
a weapon and a spell is something to be praised.
Yes. Certainly.
The sewers aren't the only thing we have going for us. We have some defectors, yes, but best thing we have is him. And he points to this, like, decrepit old man sitting in the corner.
Oh.
Someone say my name? No one. I just pointed at you. Alright. Whatever. And he goes back to resting.
Maybe he's gonna
He is
look
holding
over to Dahlia.
he is holding a mop.
He's gonna look over to Dahlia and she's gonna go, who's that?
What's the guy's name? Helos. Helos is the the resistance leader.
Okay. I know you had said it, but my brain just went, nope.
So, Phoebe leans over to Dahlia and she goes,
What'd you say?
What does she say?
she goes, who's that?
Who?
Why are you asking Dahlia?
I
Did you mean
I
Eliza?
read
Did you
I
mean
read Dahlia's
Eliza?
name as I tried to say Eliza. Y'all.
Y'all.
Give me a history check, Soul.
You want what? 3 checks?
No, a history
History.
check.
History.
Oh,
God,
history.
none of us can fucking hear right now. What the hell's
I was
going
at
on?
work. When I'm at work, my hearing's gone. And not by
Yeah.
choice. I need a bigger desk. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Like,
Now I gotta move.
This man is properly old. Like, has clearly
properly
has
old.
clearly worked hard in his
Ooh.
life. His hands are basically
Is
just
he-
calluses, and his
Oh.
Is he as old as Father Morningstar?
yes, pretty much about that same kind of range. Like probably a bit younger, but not quite.
Guy's older than like what Evie's grandparents would have been.
Older than me.
Oh, 15 history.
Oh shit.
You remember this man's face.
Oh.
In fact, you think you remember his name. It was Francis, right? He was the janitor of the barracks.
Oh.
I remember you.
I remember you too.
Yeah. They managed to convince me to join. Yeah. Nice to be part of something again. We appreciate it. As he twirls a rusty key ring around his finger. I can let you in.
Oh.
But I wouldn't go there.
How many doors will that key open?
Every single one in the barracks.
Oh shit.
That's why. I thought that it was gonna be like a turn heel where it's like, oh, he's actually very like wise, but no, that's baller.
How many of the other facilities would have the same key?
What? What do you mean? I'm the barracks janitor. The barracks
Right.
of Azusia are the singular residence and accommodation and headquarters for the guard.
It's basically like
For the
the
guard and
entire...
No,
for
I
the
get-
soldiery.
They don't have like another one. It's just the
It
one.
is a
Okay,
very,
no, I
very
was
large building.
thinking that it would. No, I was thinking
like-
that this would get into other facilities owned by the Azushian army, like say an outside armory or something like that.
I mean, that is a fair line of logic. I think that like
I'd let him in when the day comes, if I'm still kicking. I'm the timer. So to speak.
Remember?
Yeah, I drop dead, they don't have their keys no more.
Ah! Ah!
I wonder
I'm on
then
night
if
duty tonight.
I wonder if Dill might be able to replicate that.
Replicate?
Ooh!
Key.
Like clone the key?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, that is that guy's like entire purpose. Oh no! We clone the key, we
Yeah.
make him out of a
Ah,
dog.
well. I don't mind, but
But if
if I'm in, it can be the
I am
stealthier
taking
option.
what you say,
I'd
I'm
rather-
thinking more of the fact where you said if you drop, the key disappears. You drop
Ah.
dead.
Less the key disappears and more the secrecy that they have it.
It's like if he dies, then they're going to be
Ah.
looking for that key.
Yeah,
Because they'll probably go collect
Oh.
his things. And then they'll
you'll
be
still
like,
have
hey,
it,
wait a
but
minute.
they'll be on high alert.
Hmm.
So the first thing I'm thinking, right, especially not even just as Evie, but like as myself, is like this guy, because he's the janitor for the barracks, he's very very useful, but also a very easy. Like if he was an infiltrator, this is exactly the type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if this guy is an infiltrator, it would be a genius strat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
want to go out with a bang.
I'm thinking more.
Or at least have one.
Actually, lore question.
Mm.
If someone was able to duplicate this key, how
Yeah.
long would it take?
I don't know, not long. If you get someone who specializes in that sort of thing.
Would it take longer than how long it would take for the guards to notice that he was gone and that it was missing?
I've suggested fabricating it before, but well, hell, there's never really so much point in it. This is Alyssa. No, Ernest. No, a tenner. Can I? Please, can I please fucking actually know the name of my NPC that I really like? A tinner. A tinner.
Did you see Spider-Man?
No.
No, I swear to God himself, I heard someone very quietly, not you, but someone. You know, now that I think about it, that was probably a kid outside.
I've suggested
living in a high
replicating the key
area.
before, just Hellas thinks it'd be kind of redundant. We'd have the keys anyway.
That's setting off so many alarm bells in Evie's mind.
I mean, I'll do it. Just, he says, it's good to have a man on the inside.
I mean, that is very true.
I trust
He's
this
like-
man. No, I trust this man. Says Elos. I trust him.
Alright. She nods and she looks slightly embarrassed, as if to be like, "Oh, I wasn't," and she stops herself from saying it, but basically like, I wasn't assuming the worst, even though she absolutely was.
Checked. Double checked.
Can Dahlia roll an insight check on this guy?
Yes.
It is.
It comes back like clear. Like, this guy's actually great.
That's a 6.
You can't really tell much from what he said.
Okay.
I like doing
I rolled a
insight checks that
fucking
way.
2.
If you roll bad on an insight check, I prefer to just say you can't really gather much, because if you say, oh, you think they're lying, or oh, you think they're telling the truth, then it kind of gives away what your intention is.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
That requires the players being smart enough to recognize that.
If it's a low roll, it's you can't really gather what they're you can't really gather. If it's high but they roll higher, that's when I say the false thing.
Okay. Could I do an insight?
Yeah, sure. But
Okay.
hold on, wait a minute. Just a moment.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to start using Beetle's die, because I rolled a fucking 2.
No. Dahlia, roll a high number challenge.
Roll a high number challenge.
Well, except during that one insane attack, which is now my phone which
That
is now my
was-
phone wallpaper.
Truly an iconic moment.
No.
I'm just realizing, Dahlia is now both my PC desktop background and also my phone's lock screen.
No,
Nice.
tell us you have a favorite without saying you have a favorite. /J/lighthearted /fun.
Dahlia has great art and great art specifically that has
Blah, blah, blah.
cinematic backgrounds. No, bleh. Eliza
Thank you.
has great art that works much more as a profile, as a
Yeah.
reactive.
That's why I have Papa as my icon for here.
Yeah.
It was so good, I did not want to actually fully finish it. I was like, nah, this shit good.
Yeah.
I like that though. Like I like
Blech.
semi-illustrated style, where like sometimes it's like stylistically.
What's it called? Yes. Oh, right. The thing I was looking at. We've made. Oh, right. Roll ahead.
Okay. Ah, fuck. I need a bigger space. Stop going that way. The die wants to die.
No.
Oh my goodness. It literally wants to. Oh, yay! I can't read. I know it's a really high number.
Ghost
I know that.
Ghost mention.
22.
22.
Ooh.
Yeah, 22.
You trust this man.
That's
Okay.
that means a
He
lot
gives
to Eliza.
off
That
a very genuine feeling.
Okay.
the fact that Eliza trusts him means so much to me.
I look towards the others and just go. He's good.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you trust him, so do I.
You lot. You're capable.
She's still holding the trident with the crackling lightning.
You're damn good at your jobs.
Evie nods. I would sure hope so.
I'm born for this.
Perfect. I think I found my crack team. Because,
And if we can move quietly through the sewers, we could do quite a bit without hopefully being noticed.
a tenner. Yeah? Looks like last month's meeting's plan may end up happening. Plan D? Yeah.
Plan B.
3 groups.
Plan B. Plan
3 of you. 3 separate groups. One very small one. Make a distraction. Big boom somewhere in the city. That should draw the guards. Group 2. That'll be most of us. We occupy... No. Well, they occupy the barracks. Clear them out of anyone still in them. And hold it down like a fort. It's a defensible building, and we have the floor plan and the keys. We can lock up and and hold it as hard as we can with as many of our lives as we can afford. And me and you.
Who's he
Partner.
pointing to?
The party.
Ah.
You lot. Needs to be a smallish group. Maybe split into one boat and the other boat. Your friends over there could either be the boom, or they could be the spearheads of the fort.
So,
Attendance
wait,
team,
let me get
attendance
this
team
straight.
boom.
The
Attendance team boom.
so the party.
Steve's team fort.
Okay. And then we're
And then
on the
we
main like infiltrator.
storm the keep, the castle. Take out the king. Cut the head off the snake. Or, well, the dragon.
So far, so reasonable.
Pincer attack. Distraction. Second distraction. But no, immediate, short-time distraction to get their attention. Long-term distraction to keep the guards, to keep most of the forces busy. And then the third, special operatives taking the keep.
Hold up. Can Dahlia roll a check for the like the prophecies?
Yes. Well,
What
why
would
would
that
you
be?
roll a check for it?
Like to remember that she was supposed to kill the king.
Blue. Blue, that's like a major part of your character of like knowing the prophecies and like
You wouldn't have to check
True.
it.
you don't have to check.
You'd know.
Okay.
I subscribe to the philosophy of roll less dice. If your character
Fair
can
enough.
definitely do something, or if we can't account for the failure, don't roll. Simple as.
Gotcha.
Yes, there have been a lot of prophecies,
Oh.
Martin. Everyone has their own. Some of them are great.
Yeah.
Some of them are terrible. Eliza's is
Dol-
that she kills the king.
Dahlia look.
Well, it
Dahlia
was
looks to Eliza with
Eliza
a
standing
grin.
over the king's body with a bloody dagger in hand while the castle burns.
Gee, I wonder what happened. I really did wonder what happened.
Yeah. Dahlia's face lights up as she remembers and looks at Eliza. Eliza, the prophecy.
Yeah. I know.
You need to be part of the team that storms the vault.
Prophecy? Is this about a prophecy?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want the hands of fate meddling in this shit.
Hey. She literally looks at it's Helos.
Hellas, yeah.
Helos. She looks directly
What
at
does
him
the
and is
prophecy
like,
say? Gotta know these things.
well, it mostly says that I'm supposed to be killing him. It shows me killing the king.
Holy
And I am fulfilling
shit.
that.
Why didn't you lead with that?
You didn't ask.
How are we supposed? How are we supposed
I
to
didn't know you had
whether or
a
not
prophecy. I didn't know
Hello,
you
my fiance and
prophesized
I are the
for
sun and the
regicide.
moon.
Pardon?
Iconic, truly.
I
My
didn't know that shit
fiance
was
and I are the sun
prophesized.
and the moon. The prophesized sun and the moon.
What-
And her orb glows and
Okay.
casts like the craters of the moon around
I'm
the room.
supposed to know what that is.
You should really
Love it.
ask.
She just
To be fair,
groans.
could you imagine if someone came up to you and said that? You'd be like, wait, what?
Oh,
That is not a popular prophecy. That is not well known. That was a vision that you had. That's not
Yes,
like
that is
I love
because
it, though.
it was divined by one of my fellow sisters. It would not be known.
I see. Oh,
God, this guy really is just like, what did I sign up for with this party?
I just wanted a sensible rebellion with no funny business.
There's always funny business. We ought to
Just
know
wanted a
this.
sensible rebellion.
Well,
Oh
hey.
my goodness.
It's like fucking magic
Oh,
school bus.
right. Speaking of
It's a
Team
sequel,
Boom.
no way.
Speaking of Team Boom,
She
one
actually,
thing we
hang
do
on.
have.
She turns back to Eliza, casts message. Are you sure this is the right guy to be leading this?
I send message back. Don't ask me to do that. I'm not leading shit at this point. I have a job. I'm doing it.
She nods.
Don't ask her.
Eliza's like, I'm here for my 9 to 5.
One
actually.
more thing we do have with Team Boom.
Oh.
1 barrel of gunpowder.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yup, I like
perhaps
explosive.
Jill has more than that.
A tinner
And she grins.
grins when the gunpowder is mentioned. Yes, Martin. Gunpowder.
Dahlia grins even wider with the gunpowder, and she's like, "Oh, I think Still could provide a little more than that."
Oh.
Are we gonna... I'm so excited.
You'll
Are we
have to
gonna
ask them,
build...
of course.
Okay,
Of course,
wait,
we
actually,
do it in a
what
place.
are the moral implications of the... Wait,
Of course,
wait.
we do it in a place where no one will get hurt. Obviously,
Exactly, Evie nods, real, like,
we're not gonna.
kind of jumping ahead of that
We're not
logic
gonna
very
fucking kill any
frantically.
innocent people. That's who we're trying to save.
Exactly.
Oh look,
Evie
I
nods,
like
grateful
that.
that they're on the same... Evie nods, grateful that they're on the same page. She's like, yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because
Dahlia realizes that she was like getting excited about something potentially killing someone, and she's like, yes, that is a
I'm
good
not
point. So slap her hand and both her head.
I'm not stupid.
that is frowned upon.
Yep. But we still need things. Supplies.
The rebellion, like, need practically. Well, because, like, here's the thing, right? She could just take them to the cathedral and be like, here's everything. But unless they're moving under nighttime and or actual invisibility, that would be very easy to give away the intentions. You know what I mean? Like, if they see...
Teleport between the bastions.
The
Ooh,
sewers.
that too.
No, the bastions. Can you teleport between the bastions, or is there a way to draw
Between
a teleportation
the
circle to the Oracle
bastions?
Port?
What?
Can we, like, Ender Pearl trap this shit where we have, like,
Blue.
a
Oh my
set...
goodness.
Blue teleportation circle is, I think, a 5th or 6th level spell. You don't have that shit.
Mm.
I know. I feel ya. I wish I was a
as
level
they
10
say.
monk.
Level
Okay,
10,
I guess
level
When
10
Evie
what?
levels up, I am giving her teleportation circle.
What did you say? You wish you were a level 10?
A level 10 monk. I'm talking about Crick. I wish I was. I'm
No,
stuck at level
what?
8!
No, it's level 9. What?
I want to be level 10.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to be level 10 for so long.
I do have a
I don't
question.
know why, I just want to.
Hmm.
Okay,
What's your question?
when we level
What's
up
your
again, I am
question,
giving
soldier?
her teleportation circle.
Yes. Naturally.
So my question is, so traveling through the sewers, how do we get from the sewer to the dock with the cathedral and still not get caught? Because, like, we'll have to be outside at some point
Ow,
to get
fuck.
towards the boat.
Well,
Or do we just,
For all the other people know.
do we as a party just
for all the
bring...
other people know, you're just a party visiting. Remember? You came here around and walked around and, like...
No, I know,
disguises
but I
to
mean,
make you
like,
look
if
more
we start
innocuous.
moving, like, cargo, right? Like, if we start moving weapons from the cathedral to the resistance base, that would get pretty obvious, no?
We have runners.
Okay, good.
Oh.
And
Or actually,
that
I
pricks
wonder.
up. That pricks up. Tide's like ear. Well, not really an ear. It's like a, what's it called? Triton fish thingy.
Gills?
Runners, no, runners, you say. I can help with that. I never forgot the skills. Smuggled for a while. Very similar skill set. Same
Yeah,
exact skill
that
set.
checks out.
Right. What am I smuggling?
Huh?
What am I smuggling then?
Oh, weapons.
That'll cost you extra.
Weapons from the ship.
I pulling your leg. Yeah, on it, boss.
I love Tide. Tide is such a cutie. Protect Tide with all costs. Make him have a wonderful evening.
Yes, of course. Right. Okay.
So we have the weapons sorted out to
We
help
need
the
weapons.
rebellion because they do
We need more
them.
weapons than that.
How much do you think we have stockpiled on the siege rolls? Because like even like obviously what we
Like-
took from the other ship, but like surely we have
At most, like 10 to 20.
yeah. How many rough estimate of the size of the rebellion. How many people are we outfitting? Or
It's a pretty damn sizable
is
rebellion.
it like 50?
There's 54 of us.
How many of the
Wow.
54
48
left?
fighting. Few of us
48
are
fighting.
not in a fit state.
Valid.
And a couple of us already have sufficient weaponry, like myself and Tina.
Yeah, so out of the 48, how many need?
Many as you can, really. If our steel breaks, we can use another.
I'm thinking, yeah, because like, well, I mean, I hope I'm always thinking, but I'm wondering, right, if like, 'cause we have the gunpowder, and obviously not every one of these, like, I'm gonna round down and say 40 just for easy math, right? Obviously, out of the 40 we need to equip, not all of them are sufficient. Like, you can't just hand someone a weapon and be like, all right, now use this without like any training in that weapon. So
No,
what
we've
is
been
like
training.
what is the
We've been training.
okay?
It's not like we
For a
haven't.
variety of
No,
different
it's not like we
weapons?
haven't been preparing.
Well, no, I understand.
What do you
that,
think
but
all of
she-
us have been
she-
doing this whole time, other than plans? You know, just
She
sit
nods.
around doing nothing.
Yes, but
We
I
have
mean, like
spars.
realistically, right? If we out for like, let's say if we have swords, and we give
I'd
a
rather
sword to
pole
someone
arms.
who's not okay.
I'd rather pole arms. I've been training with quarterstaves mostly.
Okay.
Some of
Good to
them
know.
can swing a sword. Sword's always good to have. Good,
That's
reliable
good.
steel.
Arms good.
But spears, halberds, pikes, glaives, falchions,
Okay. He's taking notes.
pole axes.
Okay. So I do have a follow-up question.
He goes
That's-
on listing more pole arms.
Good. I do have a question.
Yes.
We can't just buy weapons here because obviously that will also
Partisans,
Attract attention.
yes. So we need.
javelins,
Is there?
tridents.
How far do you tridents? She nods. How far do you think that we would like if we could travel to a nearby location, purchase weapons, and return? Like an area that is not controlled by the Egyptian government, or will that actually give us away from just like leaving, buying?
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
Oh no, wait. So what I said was theoretically, what is stopping us from leaving, purchasing weapons, and returning with, like outside of the control?
Remember those
of-
patrols. They
Yes, but I mean like smuggling them in.
even a small
Like
ship
what is stopping us
get
from?
inspected.
So we just have to make everything from here.
Not necessarily. There's ways.
What? Okay, if we cannot purchase weapons and we cannot.
And if possible, armor.
Well, yes. Of
Obviously, you
course,
could
but-
make stuff. There are downtime activities, I believe.
Yes. So my question is, how do we outfit if, purchasing is rather difficult, pretty much off the table.
Yeah.
Making it is a possibility, but it will take time and resources.
Because
Which I'm happy to.
they do know that there is a resistance.
Yes.
That's how you knew.
But we want to make sure that it's not as. Basically, my question is, from a player standpoint, how do we outfit them with the weapons if we cannot purchase them and we barely have the resources or space?
You could probably.
That's
purchase
why
at
I
least-
asked about the teleportation.
You could probably afford/purchase at least some.
Okay. I mean, I think that does check out. Like, Evie could very easily be like, well, we're here as a merchant ship, but we're purchasing some for the road, or, whatever bullshit lie she would need to
Yeah.
make.
Obviously, it would have to be
But
from different places,
out of,
and
like-
only a few at a time.
Yes. Fine. But that's still, even if the party does that in, like, variation,
We also need armor.
yes, very easily tip
And
off.
obviously, you can go as individuals.
Yes, I mean, we can. But my question is like, how in-game do we do that without tipping off? Like, maybe I'm not making sense, and this is just narrative,
No,
and
no,
not
no.
like.
It's mostly narrative. It's
Like-
kind of just you're assisting them.
Okay. Did we have like a
Though,
narrative moment that like the party went and gathered weapons under, like, in a very intelligent way that did not give it away?
what?
So, like, I guess what I'm asking is, like, because of time,
Ah,
would it be possible to say, like, the party went shopping
Possible,
and
yeah.
obtained these weapons
Yeah.
without getting caught?
could be.
Okay. What would that be, like, a stealth roll, a performance roll? Like, how would we go about
Deception?
being...
Well,
Okay.
Effectively, if you can justify the use of a skill, and that goes for all three of you, then make a check, and you can get weapons equivalent.
I would like to
Here are the following
roll a
blacksmiths.
persuasion
Here are their
and basically,
alignments
So,
with the
okay.
crown.
out of the 40 we need to outfit, since there's 3 of us, that is what each of us get 13? No, each of us get
We also
14?
will also need armor if you can obtain it.
okay. So each of us are responsible
Even
for
just thick padded coats can do. In a pinch, if necessary.
each of us are covering 13 weapons and basic armor. So like what, like
Well, not necessarily.
5.
You have to get 13 each. You do it to the best
no,
of
I'm
your
just trying to.
abilities.
Okay, yes, but that's what, like, we need a benchmark.
Not
That's
everyone
what, like,
has to be perfectly
mechanically.
stocked.
that's-
Mechanically,
I'm not
you're
saying, like, a
still
full
doing
set.
as much as you can.
So
each of
the
you are
intention
rolling a
of-
check of effectively whatever your actually yeah. What's it called?
like to roll like a persuasion check and say that Evie basically went like store to store picking up 3 to 4 weapons per location with cooldowns between purchasing and like did it in a very intelligent manner. But I would like to roll performance to see if she succeeded in getting 13 weapons and 10
Okay.
sets of armor.
Okay, so you're rolling performance.
Because that was her goal.
You're rolling performance.
Yes.
Dalia. Blue Jay.
Yeah.
What would you say? What skill would you employ to try and get this kind of stuff? Deception, persuasion, and
Like
no.
I feel like either
Another
deception or
less-
persuasion, because I feel like it would still be on her mind the fact that Horatio could be, or like her home could still be under threat, so she'd want to get them under the guise of, hey, when we return to my home, I would like to deliver these so that way my people have means to defend themselves.
See. Nice. Okay, that is persuasion. Roll me up
Cool.
some diplomacy.
See an E5. I wish. I wish. No, there used to be diplomacy in E4 of D&D.
Yeah.
I wish we still had diplomacy as a skill.
Oh my goodness. Fucking hell. Where's your
I found
charisma?
I have a +7 on persuasion.
Fuck
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck yeah. What'd you
Okay,
get?
wait. Okay. What was the? What was,
19.
holy shit! 26. What did you get, Leanne?
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Damn.
Oh wow.
And what are you doing?
Well, here's the thing.
She might be spotted.
Oh right, fucking.
That's-
of
That is
course.
That's
that.
Oh,
that's one. The
yeah.
other thing is I'm bad at charisma.
Right.
So it wouldn't have
shit.
to be a charisma check. It'd be whatever your highest, like whatever way you wanted to justify it.
I don't feel like using intimidation. I don't.
Fair.
Yeah,
I mean-
intimidation might be bad.
Do you
Well, I
think
mean, where
that, like,
Dahlia
if-
rolled well, she could get it for
I was about to
Sully
say,
as well.
exactly. Like, do you think that with the 2 good rolls between Dahlia and Evie, that like you would have
Hmm.
covered it?
There's no Inland Empire type check in 5e, is there?
No.
If any of you have played
What is-
if any of you have played Disco Elysium before. Like,
I am still new to D&D.
I know. Oh wait, shit, you
No,
are?
she's not even making a D&D.
I've only been doing D&D for like 4 years.
Oh,
3?
Yeah, Solar's
4
pretty new.
years.
Blue Jay's
For-
new.
That's not
Yeah,
new.
for
That's not
and
new.
for the first. Here's the thing. For the first year, I still got confused on which die I had to roll for everything.
That is absolutely
was-
fair.
Yeah.
I've been playing D&D since middle school, and I'll tell you right now, I'm really like comically actually bad at the game.
I started playing
Yeah.
when I
Like,
was
it's-
age 9.
Bruh.
I was a
More
baby.
girlies rise up.
Nerd.
I got... You know what I got given as my first D&D book for my 9th birthday?
Oh boy. What?
4th edition's Monster Manual 3. Because my
Oh,
stepdad... because my
God.
stepdad thought it was the Monster Manual of 3rd edition. Not
Oh, that's so fucking
the
cute.
Monster Manual 3.
The new.
So it was the 3rd Monster Manual of that edition.
only
so, it
had
a-
like God.
so it only had
full
like
custom
super
beholders.
obscure fucking weird monsters. It's so good. I love that. But yeah,
Yeah. Do you think that? Yes. Like, do you think that the party kind of heard what was needed?
oh yeah, okay. So Eliza is staying, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it makes
Right.
narrative sense that
I'm gonna
they
say
wouldn't be.
your skill checks translate 1-to-1 with the number of weapons and armor you got.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Yeah.
18
Yeah!
for Evie and 26 for Dahlia.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
46 sets, which is pretty much
We
perfect.
got more than enough.
You got pretty much perfect for the amount you needed to arm the whole resistance.
Oh yeah. We got they're kitted out actually. The sigil resistance style.
Hmm. But, what's it called? Roll me up. I don't know what the equivalent for like Inland Empire or something is. What the hell? Roll me up an insight check, Eliza.
Oh, I'm good at that.
You're
Come
just
on, don't-
you're just high pitched, jovial. Okay, oh boy.
I do that a lot.
Love them.
I mimic a
really
lot of my friends.
I was about to say that's
What'd you get?
iconic, frankly.
I got 22.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. You feel a presence. This grin smiling
Oh.
over your left shoulder. You
What are you
start
doing?
sweating.
I was still saying, what are you doing?
Oh, you said what are you doing in character?
Yeah.
You hear a very, very faint chuckle in a familiar voice. Do you turn around?
Yeah, I turn around.
You see nothing. But you know exactly whose smile that was just by the presence you felt.
Was that Aether?
That was Ether, the man who
Ether.
speaks in rhyme.
What is he doing here? Get his ass out.
Under my breath,
Oh,
I
We
just
need to throw him out, actually. Get him out of here.
under my breath, I just go,
Doe did nothing wrong.
"You fucking asshole! If you're going to do that crap, show yourself."
Gotta dropkick this fucker, actually.
The contact will be broken here shortly.
You see, it's just, that's how you obtain world peace. You just get... It's better for the community if we do, frankly.
Just, You got here first, and soon you're free. It's... My... No. No. Oh, fuck.
You got
I
this.
had
You
something in
got
my
this. We
head,
believe in you.
but
You're good.
the words weren't words, and the
Breathe.
syllables weren't real.
See?
You know how that can be.
That's a mood. That's a mood.
You know
Yeah.
how that could be.
Making rhymes off the cuff is hard.
That's why I don't do
I mean,
it.
I can do it, but, like,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
it's kind of more fun watching struggle, frankly.
Yeah, same.
Do you feel safe in
I-
your home?
Yes. 'Cause I know your
Good.
ass can't fly here.
Why would I need to
Don't give her
fly?
ammunition.
Why would I need to fly there?
Wait, you gonna take a boat?
What, you're gonna fucking teleport?
Put your ear to your wall.
Yeah. You can always give me teleportation circle.
If you're
in
stuck in
your
the wall, you gotta
walls.
say hello to the black hole.
What's it called?
She's in the walls. She's in the goddamn walls.
You better eat some insulation while you're in there.
Probably tastes like cotton candy.
You arrived so soon.
Good.
And soon you'll be free. A pity I didn't get more use from thee. Your service, though, will still be worth it. No, will still... No.
Yeah, we get to make fun of this. We get to make fun of the demon for blubbering. Yeah.
I'm going to kill you. No second stanza. No second stanza for you. Nope, you don't get a second stanza. You don't get spooky
Evie dies right
foreshadowing.
on the spot.
You don't get spooky foreshadowing.
Dies on the spot.
Evie gets electrocuted.
Yes, as she should. As she should. She's been getting away with too much for too long, frankly.
Soon by me you'll be no longer haunted, but you'll find I still get what I wanted.
Plus ratio.
I fucking hate slander rhymes. I'm going to scream. Right. Wait, what? Excuse me? Leanne?
I said nerd,
No.
and then I
What name did you say?
said nerd L plus ratio.
I thought you mentioned
I didn't
Horatio.
say Horatio.
I'm going.
It said L plus ratio. Gosh darn it.
Right.
I see how that sounds similar, but
So,
no.
everyone makes it back. You see a team led by Tide and accompanied by Hellas, carrying a shit ton of arms and armor into the base, at the current base of operations. God's this.
Did Dahlia or Evie see that Eliza is off at all?
This, by the way, I will say, would have taken a few days.
Yeah, I can't imagine
You have
that
been
we're,
here
like,
a
fast
few
traveling this.
days, gathering supplies, making some, doing some training with them, like, coaching them in the ways of weaponry and tactics.
Could Dahlia have taught any of them magic, like elemental magic?
No.
Or
Magic is not an easy thing to learn. Wizards are the only ones who have to learn magic, other than, like, druids. Everyone else has a sugar daddy or is just a gifted kid. You are a gifted kid.
well, remember most of the
Soul,
a lot
what
of
if I
people
fucking
in
hurt
the temple
you?
practice
Soul, what if I
magic.
hurt you?
Dude, this is taking me a while. I'm having to actually use my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't function.
Exactly. And I
This
have
hurts.
to
I
actively
hate
roleplay
this.
the whole time, and when the guy only speaks in rhymes, which was such a bad idea, holy shit. And, like, it is
I
explicitly clear
understand.
that he doesn't have to. It has been explicitly confirmed in
I
that
think it
first
would be-
session with him that he
It
doesn't
would be
have to.
very funny. It would be very, very funny, in my opinion, if he just drops the bit. He just drops the bit halfway through his
I guess if you piss him off enough, maybe. No. He's not going to be making any more appearances this session. Probably. And anyway, he's mostly Doe's antagonist guy. Well, one of Doe's antagonist guys. The other is Forge. But yes, God, I never thought I'd be saying this so soon, but I think tonight's the night.
I will be the night.
What was that?
Not the dumb DMCA-able bit that I killed the second I realized.
Hey,
Don't bring the Beatles into this.
Oh no.
We're
Paul
gonna put the
McCartney's-
Beatles. Actually, they're gonna fight. They're
Oh
gonna
no,
fight.
Paul McCartney's
they're gonna fight.
ghost is going to come here and shoot me in the fucking face.
He's not dead. That's John Lennon.
Ain't he the only one who's alive?
No, Ringo's
I
alive.
don't know the fucking Beatles.
alive?
Well, you got
Ringo's
me.
alive?
Yeah,
I
Ringo's.
know.
He's the oldest and he's alive somehow. I think it helped that he went vegan.
John Lennon was the one who was assassinated, right?
Yeah, he was the one assassinated. George had cancer and died.
Top 10
Paul's
Evelyn
alive.
moments. Paul McCartney's ghost.
You had a 50-50 shot. You had a 50-50 shot. You picked up a living Beatle.
Don't ask me anything relating to music.
Well,
I mean this so kindly. Do you ever get the thought of, like, what if a famous person watches the VOD? Like, it's so unlikely, right? But, like, what if Paul McCartney's
daughter.
scrolling through? I mean, that's more likely. But, like, what if Paul
okay,
McCartney was
okay,
born
okay.
scrolling through
Well,
YouTube?
if you want a dead
So,
Beatle,
Right.
if you want a dead Beatle girl,
Oh,
No, too soon. They're your own character. You can make that joke.
Right.
Yeah! Martin got the joke.
So. Right, then.
eh,
Hey,
Once we get into the castle, we won't have much time. We'll have to get in, press on. It'll be hard fought. Some of us may end up killed. There's a damn good chance of it, in fact. I'm almost. Yeah, I can
You're not
almost.
laughing at the seriousness of that. I'm laughing at the amazing meme.
I can almost guarantee you that Irsafi will be there. She's been spending more time in the palace than with the army these days. King's personal lapdog. Desperate. That's what they are.
You see Evie, like, visibly look repulsed. She's like, God, I could never imagine being so obsessed with authority.
Oh, I'm sure this is direct orders. I'm sure this is direct orders from the king. He's paranoid. He knows Azusa's days are numbered. His rule's falling apart. He's not sired an heir. And no one likes him. we're just making it faster.
Evie, this is such a bad time for her to bring this up. She goes, "What do you think will happen with the power vacuum?"
Democracy. Dismantle the empire.
Good.
Set the islands free. Democratize our own. Rebuild the trade routes we used to have.
And then he's going to be the main initiator of that, right? Like,
Yes.
basically, the party can feel confident at. It's not like bullshit. Like, they will actually do it.
Some of my people are experts in this sort of thing. Some of them have come from places, hells, that have such a thing.
The relatively new concept of democracy. Yes, we've all seen it.
Nah. Just, it's not really a relatively new concept. Just not the default.
Underrepresented?
Not the default. But
And how will your new leader be chosen? Will it be
democratically.
you by force?
Democratically. We ask the people.
What will be done of the loyalists to the former king? Certainly there will be pushback.
We can hold trials if they were directly working with him. Loyalists. You have no reason to fight them if they don't fight us.
What happens when they decide to try to elect someone who will attempt to go back to monarchy?
We'll put systems in place. Enforcement to stop it. It's not going to be perfect.
So,
Not by a long shot.
so you'll be repeating
It's gonna be
history
a
to keep
damn
your new
sight
government in
better.
power.
Repeating history how so?
Necessarily. Like, taking preventative measures to not
Enforcement
let
to
the next group
enforcement
destroy
to
democracy.
prevent anyone from
Yeah.
staying in too long, from changing too much. Rebuild the government regularly.
Term limits! Term limits!
Rebuild the government regularly.
Yeah, who's heard of such a thing, right?
Just like the
The founding fathers of Azushia.
It's not gonna be perfect. I know that. But it's a damn sight better than what we have.
God, what is it about D&D and Minecraft that also we always end up doing Hamilton?
My name is that. I'm the damn fool that shot him.
We are meant to be a colony that runs independently.
Leah!
Listen, there's no way that's getting DMCA'd. It's too bad.
If I can prove that I never touch my balls. But yes.
We're about to like reinstate democracy, and we're also like,
Hamilton.
listen. At least we're consistent. If
A
there's one thing this
fully-
group of friends is it's consistent.
And I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
I have that on the
da,
Horatio
da,
playlist,
da, da,
actually.
da, da.
Because he's such a fucking
You
theater
sure
nerd
that's
that
not
he
the
would like
DMCA?
Hamilton.
But yes. Right. Once we get through there, I have no idea what the king's capable of. I don't know if the king's going to be fighting alongside Hershaphy, but knowing him, he's going to be in his chambers or in the throne room. I don't know what he can do. I don't know how powerful he is. But fingers crossed.
Keep that.
Well, then comes the treasury. If we succeed in this, there's an entire nation's worth of money. I hope you can understand that we need most of it.
Oh, Evie kind of just shakes her head. She's like, yeah, no, I assumed that was going to be used
You'll get a cut,
to fund the new nation.
naturally.
Oh! Evie looks to Eliza and then looks to the party and she shakes her
I
head.
know
She's
how
like, no,
adventurous can
that
be.
money... Evie shakes her head. She's like, no, that should be used to...
That
Hey,
money
the
must
rebe-
go to the people.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
that
to
money
pay
must
off
go back to the
revenue.
citizens. That money should not go to us.
Thank you.
That money should go to the people fighting in the rebellion. The citizens
You
will... Like, that should be
never
used
stop.
for the new government.
No, you never stop surprising me. I like you. But there's almost certain
she looks
to be
Fatalities.
items of magical origin in there. You can keep those.
Dahlia's interest peaks.
Evie nods and she goes,
We
if there's anything
don't really
Eliza
have
could
much
Or
necessity for magical weapons and arms beyond what we can already possess.
Evie thinks for a moment and she goes, I'd like to request something for the new government once you guys establish it.
Of course. What are you stressed?
Some type of school for magic users, and because I
Mage's
think that like
College.
compared to the rest of the world being able to access magic with not relative ease, but having points of access to magic, it's almost unfair to Zushia to not set itself up for that type of learning.
We have a small establishment, but we can set something up.
You know,
I wonder
'cause
if
mind
my
you, like,
people might be able to
Evie
help
grew
with
up
that.
without any access to magic. Like, there was no magic on the Nightbringer. It was heavily frowned upon. So she didn't really understand magic was a thing until she hit the Hollowed Way. And think about the first and only main magic users
She didn't
you
know
knew
magic
at
was a
that time.
thing.
She knew it was a thing,
And
but
there
she
may have
didn't
been
know
like
that it was
some,
like
what, druids or something on the ship.
very rare, I
like-
imagine.
Like,
But like,
maybe at least like one or two magic
Evie's-
users.
she knew of it, but I imagine that like
Yeah, didn't really see much.
basically, yeah. Or like, I think the reason
Pretty
she's
sheltered
so
from it.
yes, and I think the reason she's so hell bent on Azushia not having that same type of scoring is simply for like the people, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
Evie, being my quote unquote nerd character, will always advocate for education and intelligence.
Yes.
And
Of
so, like,
course,
the idea of there being an entire field of education that is just
education
not happening.
is incredibly valuable.
Wow.
I've watched what meager things we did have be gutted in recent years.
He nods.
Children.
That's what usually happens.
Nowadays, people are being taken straight from the crib to the into the barracks.
The crib to the coal mine.
No, from the crib to the barracks. It's disgusting.
No.
Doctrination and conscription.
Those soldiers live quite a hard life. You can tell that to Evie has, like, she's not saying it, but like you guys know.
Yeah. So, I only have one more question for you. Oh, Dahlia, I wonder. Brother Starlight must choose for himself, but perhaps he could help if he wishes to continue his pilgrimage of blessings.
He is a college lore bard.
Hell yeah!
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
Fucking
You could come here and teach.
ancient crusty old
Yeah.
teacher. Nice.
Yes. Love those.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah!
Love it. I
Might
have one
actually
more
be a
question
really
for all of
good
you.
like redemption arc for him.
You 3, 4, 5, however many end up joining for next set. I must now just ask of you. Are you ready?
Not wow.
Dahlia?
Might I ask, is there a spare set of armor for myself that would not inhibit my flying?
I don't think you have any
That I could hide
proficiency.
under my...
I don't think you have armor proficiency, Blue.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorcerers
If you
can.
wear armor that you're not proficient in, you literally can't cast spells.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Like,
Okay, well, she's got armor.
you
I get this.
can get a feat to get leather armor proficient to get like light armor proficiency.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I've got armor of Agathis.
Are you ready?
Oh hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
I do believe. And she dispels the lightning storm trident.
Oh fuck yeah!
I'd love to take this out for a test.
One more thing. I've heard rumors of a weapon that lies in the main hall of the castle, which
Yeah.
unfortunately will be our only real chance at an entrance. As we blow a hole into the castle, but that would bring a little too much unwanted attention away from the others. This weapon,
Does this weapon have any weaknesses?
yes, I believe so. It's ancient. Thousands and thousands of... No, its weakness isn't fucking thunder damage.
I said lightning! I said lightning. I don't even have those.
If we ever made like
I'm going to
campaign
kill
merch,
you.
that's a t-shirt actually. That's
Yes.
a
Do it.
t-shirt,
If
actually.
we make merch, then one of them is going to be vulnerabilities, thunder damage.
Lightning damage.
It's only correct actually. Like that is
A
the
weapon.
spiritual, like that is correct.
Thousands and thousands of years old. Rumor has it that the mirror in the Grand Hall can steal souls,
Oh shit.
trap them. All it needs is a word, and your very life essence will be sucked inside it.
Is there a way to avoid this mirror?
I do not know. I don't know its capabilities,
A word.
but if it's a mirror, surely it can be broken. If it's a magical
Yeah.
item,
Oh hell yeah.
if it is a magical item, as we suspect, We would need some form
We're gonna
of...
freeze so many
No, we would
souls.
need something magical to destroy it. Some kind of...
I got a magical hammer.
Leanne?
I'm being an asshole.
I'm
Yeah.
going to remind you. I am going to remind you, Leanne, very kindly and
Yes?
calmly, that you have not only a satchel of +1 bullets, but also a few +2 bullets.
Oh yeah! Oh hell yeah!
D&D parties try not to forget they have magic items challenge. Impossible.
Thank you, Queen. I would have fully forgotten and not.
I
used
can't
it.
remember how many you have. I think it was like 10 +2s and like... Was it, what, 20, 30, 40 +1s? I'm gonna
I think
say...
it was 40
I'm
plus
gonna
one.
say you have enough +1s and you can just not need to keep track of them. Like... They're +1 bullets. I really don't mind. It ain't that big of a deal. It only becomes that big of a deal if I give you, like, a magical gun, which... No.
That's late. That's like in-game type stuff.
Plus, also, it would snowball a little with your current... well, with your current ammunition. But yeah, I'm just gonna say you don't really need to keep track of the +1 bullets, but keep track of the +2s.
Of course.
You did obviously have that 1 bullet of dragon slaying, but... You used that, didn't you?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
I mean, I hated using it, but like the situation was justified.
I wonder why I may have given it to...
If I can fry a drake, or if I can fry one drake, I can fry a million drakes.
Right. No, I wonder why I could have given it to you. Maybe it was for the purpose of, you know, killing the Dracolich that was in, like, 2 sessions.
Yeah, that's why I used
Yeah.
it during that.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
But yes.
there's aren't many options.
Do you bring
for me
that
to
up?
Actually use.
Do you bring up the magical bullets?
Oh, yeah, she would totally have told not only him and also the party. She would have been like, yeah, I do have this as a backup preventative measure.
That'll do the trick. Good on you.
Fine.
We might stand a chance. Remember. Stay low, light on your feet. Yosif's hammer is... Nah. The head of Yosif's hammer is as big as you. It'll squash you flat if you get a direct hit. Keep on your toes, keep an eye out, and don't forget about anyone else in the room just because there's a big lump of flaming meat. If there's others, don't get distracted by just attacking her.
He's
Right.
definitely of the mindset of like, faith God.
No, I just need to wait for the
Actually,
night to fall.
out of character, Demir, is it going to be like bludgeoning damage or is it piercing damage that's going to...
A bullet. A bullet could do it.
Okay. Because I was just thinking, because I also have Ice Knife. That would do piercing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking of it in terms of, like, it's a magic item. Magic
Yeah,
items,
that's true.
like, unusually resilient. And so, like, maybe a...
I have no qualms about using it. Like, it is a reasonable thing for. See, I'm very much a resource kind of conservation girly, especially in like video games and stuff. But like when the opportunity comes to use the resource, I will do it.
Sure. Okay.
Like, there's no reason she wouldn't not use it. If I ever have something that's like fitting for a situation and I'm not using it, chances are I forgot I had it.
Yeah.
Where did this go?
So, you wait for night to fall.
Nighttime.
Hell yeah!
In nighttime.
And
It's so
Mhm.
cute. These will
you
cuddle
make
pile
your
away.
way stealthily as close as you can to the castle.
Bottom.
Dahlia looks
As
up
you-
to the moon, hoping that Wake is safe. We're gonna join them.
As you part your ways with Firebrand's crew. By the way, I've never actually named Firebrand's actual ship, and I came up with a name for it: the Phoenix.
Roaring Flame. Oh, that
The
too.
Phoenix?
I was
Yeah.
just thinking of that.
The Phoenix crew.
The crew of the Phoenix.
It kind of
Crew
makes
of
it sound like,
Phoenix.
yeah,
Hell
I was
yeah.
gonna say, that makes it sound like they're from Arizona. The Phoenix crew. The crew of the Phoenix is better, yeah.
Watching
Right.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. You wave your goodbyes to them, and to Atina, Rotna, grinning and heading off with a few barrels of gunpowder and a couple of other people
Listen.
alongside her.
I wouldn't have it any other way, actually.
Actually, I imagine before they all left, Dahlia probably would have given them all blessings.
Okay. Nice.
Oh.
Right. This is it. You'll know when to go in. You're kind of just hiding in the cloak of darkness in some underbrush, out of sight, with a clear beeline to a window.
It's the, what would be their signal?
Let me go over the plan again.
Okay.
There's going to be a very sizable explosion.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, Dahlia is probably also doing her best to hide the orb.
And
so
then
that
we wait
she
a little
doesn't
while.
give them away.
And then we wait a little while. The explosion is our
As a
cue,
tactician, it also...
but once it seems like no more soldiers are going to leave the castle, then we go.
I get it. So it's not so much as it's timed, it's whenever it's the last wave of them passing is when we pass it.
Yeah,
I get it.
exactly. Right.
God, this is so exciting. Like, one of the, like, proper, like, boss battle type scenes. Like, we haven't had a hot one in a long time. Not that, like, you know what I mean, though. Like, not, like,
Yeah.
talking to someone in a conversation. But, like, a real, genuine, like, a capital F fight.
Yes. A boss fight that's not
I
rigged
think the last
to...
one would have been Horatio.
Yes. A boss fight that's not
Yeah, that sounds
rigged
about right.
for the boss to just nope out of there as soon as it's almost over.
I still can't believe Horatio did that. What a pussy.
I mean,
It fits him, though.
that's a thing I like doing to make a recurring villain. Have them no teleport.
fair though for him, frankly. Like
Yeah.
he is the type. Like it is a justifiable act.
His only one.
Oh, what?
His only justifiable action.
What action? I just got back.
Oh, Horatio.
Ah.
We're yapping about the last boss battle in anticipation for the next boss battle.
Fight, 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 fight.
Yeah.
I'm the
I always play
king.
fighters.
The
I
seconds.
love me a good battle.
No, the seconds feel like minutes. As the minutes drag on and on. The tension eating away at you. Waiting. Just waiting. Second by second. Tick. 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 Boom.
Dahlia's just silently praying.
You feel the ground under you shake as this burst of reds, oranges, and blacks rises up from across the island. As you hear panicked voices from all around you. Suddenly armed guards and soldiers are pouring out of the castle. Not everyone. There are still those standing guard outside. But you see men pouring out, sprinting down, and you know it's almost time to move in. You feel a memory of pain, Eliza,
Oh.
as you think about seeing Irsafi again.
Sorry, I Martin said something. Would you had said I'm sorry.
You feel a memory of pain as you prepare to see Irsafi again.
Dahlia places her hand on yours.
I look over at Dahlia, just like, sorry.
You will be safe, dear.
I know. I have you guys, and I got a whole bunch of people with us. Everything will be fine.
They're counting on us. Let's not disappoint.
I don't
Seems to be
usually
the
She's gonna
plan.
go for whoever said that. That is not the right thing to say at this point in time. That is not helpful in the situation.
It's fine.
No. What I meant by that is, we've got the power of the masses. They can't beat us. And anyway, all that fate stuff you've been going on about. Seems like the world itself is on our side too.
It sure does.
It's go time. as you
Shall I smash?
run up to the window, and all of you are just about ready to enter. You smash the window, and the X of you, currently 4. Oh fuck. Hold on, what's Archibald doing in all this?
I don't know, what is he doing?
So easily forgotten. Archibald is...
I didn't wanna throw him
Archibald
in.
is Team Keep.
Oh no, that
Oh,
makes me think
no.
he's gonna die.
Archibald...
You can't.
Archibald,
He has to be.
Archibald is accompanying the Phoenix crew.
Archibald needs to be on like. Oh no.
He is accepted. He's not exactly one of the group's greatest fighters.
Fair point.
And that this needs to be a small team of operatives.
At least he knows.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Has to be that one.
Not everyone.
Let's
But,
head in.
like, Rocket.
And with the window smashed, and the 4 of you piling in, or however many, you see a gigantic head turn your way. Hold on. There is a chart. You see a giant head turn your way. Atop a body 20 foot tall.
Oh hell yeah.
Eyes
He's got a
burning
bag.
infernos. She stares at you, eyeing up each one. Clever. I almost admire your cowardice.
Howard.
But I prefer small fights anyway. Hello again, Eliza.
Hello?
We gotta kill her so fucking fast.
Poor little Elizabeth. So vulnerable. Haven't you learned since last time?
Oh, I did. Why else do you think I'm back?
Shame. You could have had a good death.
I won't be the one dying.
Nor will I. You can only hope you'll be the one dying. As she screams out this arcane-sounding command word, and slams
how far
her-
away is she?
and slams her shield onto the ground. And it slams her shield onto the ground. The front of it covered by a mirror. Set
How
with
far away is she?
with 12 gemstones.
Evie already has her gun drawn. She is just waiting on Eliza
As
at this point.
They begin to
Dahlia
glow.
recalls the
As
lightning
they
to his friend.
begin to glow, you feel a
Far-
pull. I'm not sure how far away, but
I think I got a good range.
no, you've already prepared for this.
Oh.
The +2 bullet.
Yes. May I roll? May I roll?
It's a massive target. You're
Oh
not
yeah,
aiming,
if
you're
you
not aiming
think
to hurt someone.
yeah, I mean,
This is
I think it would be fair to say that Evie could hit it without.
This is a crack
much.
shot.
She shoots.
She scores. As the glass on the mirror splinters and cracks into tiny pieces, it explodes out in a burst of magical force. Several limp bodies launching out of the gemstones on the shield's mirror. Several of them confused, dazed. Some more running in fear. But
Understandable.
one looks different. One barely looks alive. One stands to look at you.
Is this Ashley?
Welcome, Ash,
Oh.
to the table.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. You just got kicked out of a mirror. Yes.
What does he do? Ash, you've just emerged from an artifact that you have been trapped in for years beyond your mere perception. Oh, absolutely fair. Absolutely fair enough. Okay. Beyond your own perception. Your time in the mirror was barely noticeable, but it felt like eons. No, not eons. It felt like millennia. It was unbearable, yet you barely even perceived it. But you're free.
Ash stumbles forward and kind of reaches
God.
out
Hold on.
towards...
Wait. You're
What?
very loud right now.
Sorry.
No worries. That's
let
better.
me see if I can-
I've turned down your volume.
Okay.
I've turned down your volume.
Okay, awesome. Ash stumbles forward, arms kind of like stretched out towards pretty much whoever's like in front or around of them. Like they can't really perceive things well in that moment because they just got freed from a mirror that they were trapped in. And they're kind of like muttering as if they're like asking for something or begging for something, basically.
Evie's going to instantly reach out her hand.
You are on the other side of a room.
Oh, well, shit. Evie's
It
going
is
to
a
pull out.
massive.
They were over.
It is a massive grand hall.
Evie's going to say, "Come over here."
Ash kind of like stumbles to their knees.
I don't recognize this one.
They kind of like whip their head around at the sound of that voice, kind of still very, very confused as to what's going on. just generally like trying to understand what on earth is happening.
Evie's going to say in a very clear and loud peasant voice, "Do not trust them. Come towards us."
As Ash speaks, their voice is kind of like shaky, and they're very obviously incredibly thirsty. And they say, "What? Who? What?"
Actually,
Uh,
can
Hearing
Dahlia
the
do
shame.
persuasion with the message?
Hold on, wait. Shame. I was hoping this one would be fun. This won't
Dang
even
it.
be,
Hearing the
no,
thirst-
won't
Dahlia-
even be a challenge.
Okay, can Dahlia cast message with a persuasion check? To get, or to get them to come towards them?
Sure.
Also, while they're prepping that spell,
Or just
hearing
persuade.
the thirst in their voice, Evie takes out her canteen, holding it up. She's like, "We have water."
She's gonna cast a message to shoot. This is Ash, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna cast a message to Ash saying, "Please come to us. We want to help you. You do not listen to them. They're the ones who trapped you in the mirror."
Ash kind of attempts to stand on very, very wobbly legs. They fail to, and they fall back to their knees, and they start slowly inching towards the group. Clearly just blindly trusting, because they are just like
Yes.
looking for any
Yeah,
kind
that-
of comfort
And
at that
also,
moment.
you know,
Yeah,
that group
that was a
isn't
14 on the
that
persuasion.
group isn't the fire giant holding the mirror that you were trapped in and threatening to crush you.
Yeah, I mean, pretty easy to trust us. Evie has ran forward towards you, and she's like, she's literally like, just like, basically ran at you, and she's pouring her water into your mouth.
Yeah.
Ash's kind of eyes, they close, and it's almost as if they fall asleep for a second, but not quite, and then they like jolt awake basically, and they start choking on the water, almost half comically, but they're like spluttering. They're like spluttering, obviously trying to say something.
She immediately stops pouring out of worry.
Yeah. Dahlia sees that and continues message. "Respond to me in your mind. I can hear you."
Through that, Ash attempts to say, where, what's going on, who are you?
"We are the crew of the Sea Jewel. This is Captain Evie Wolverstone. I am Dahlia the Hala, and Eliza.
There is a
We are here
massive
to help you."
hostile fire giant in the room with you.
Ash kind of coughs the water from their throat onto their hands, and basically gasps for air, like, "Get me to the other side of the room.
Dahlia
Evie
casts
immediately
I'm a
gust.
jumps up and
cleric,
carries
please
you.
just get me to the other side of the room."
Yeah, Dahlia casts
Carry.
gust of wind coming for you guys to come back to the other side.
Okay.
So for
You think you think we trapped you in there? Trapped them in there. We found this mirror. Some gems already occupied.
Ash is kind of generally like feeling their body to kind of get an understanding that like what is happening is real and not some kind of like weird hallucination.
The rest of you.
Evie is. Oh, sorry.
Oh, could you physically describe Ash?
Hold on, let me grab my book.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I was gonna just say, like, Evie is trying to hold you and comfort you as best she can. Not the best at emotional vulnerability.
Ash is 5'5", looks not emaciated, but ghoulish. Not like kind of halfway between a normal person and a ghoul from Fallout, but I'll get into that later. And they are wearing black trousers, a white shirt, and this big soot-covered cloak. You cannot tell what colour it is. They have a shattered, what looks like what used to be a mask, hanging around their neck. And they have a shoulder bag over one shoulder. Hello?
Nearly.
Hello.
That's cool as fuck. Love them. Iconic.
Dahlia extends her hand to her, or to Ash. Are you well? Well, obvious. I suppose such is a redundant question.
Ash is kind of looking at their hands, but obviously paying attention to what's going on around them, and just very like slowly says, "Yes." Should we deal with that first? Kind of pointing to the big fire giant across the room.
I love that.
She smirks. I
I've been
think we shall.
itching for a good fight. And I think you've talked enough.
I'd love it while she's yapping and like monologuing at the party and trying to be menacing. Can I take a headshot? Because like I love the trope of like villain monologuing.
No, this isn't
hero
monologue.
does not
This
give a
is, I think we've talked enough, and then just charges.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Can I do a headshot?
Ooh.
Girl, the session's ending literally right now.
Oh no! Yeah.
Ah!
Also,
That's a
there
good
are
cliffhanger,
other
though.
guards in the. There are other like elite soldiers in the room.
Hell yeah.
Just like
Wait to kill those two.
yes. Right. That was fun.
Good session. I love new party members. I love Still. I love Ash. I love everyone.
As
Oh my gosh.
as kind of semi-freaked out as I am, this, like, being able to introduce a character like that was so fun, and I want to do it again.
Yes.
It was a good introduction.
Oh yes.
It
It
was so
was.
good. Dude, I'm gonna be
Alright.
so protective of Ash. It's not even gonna be funny.
I am going to end this. Oh, Leanne loves her little war criminal.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
I am going to. I am going to end the session there.
Love you, chatters.
Everyone say
Modders.
goodbye,
Bye.
stream.
Give Evelyn your wallet.
Bye, stream.
Bye,
Bye bye stream.
stream.
Bye bye YouTube.
to my YouTube. I love the symbolism of like the fact that like denied that
By-
one guy water to
hold
like
on, wait,
interrogate
Leanne,
him, and then now she's like,
Leanne. By stream, no, by
Yeah?
by stream.
"Oh,
My
we're not done.
stream.
Oh shit, my stream."
I haven't ended. By stream.
Bye, stream.
My stream.
Gah.